Hello everybody, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, Reese. Thank you for joining me so much today. If you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload. If you have any questions or thoughts, please drop them in the comment section below or send me an email. I'd love to hear from you. And now for today's video, desire and decision dynamics. I am the 3D and everything else. Now, I received a couple comments and an email that really were asking for the explanation of what's really going on with reality, your desired end, unfolding, all of that. So we're going to go through everything properly, succinctly, again from the ground up, as in where everything comes from, right? You. Reality is you, and you are experiencing your point of view of it. So your reality and your experiencing of it is your point of view. But you are everything in reality. Everything that you are experiencing is nothing more than a version of yourself. It is a story. Nothing outside of awareness is separate or happening independently. Literally. Regardless of what you are aware of or not aware of, it's still awareness. So whether you see something or don't see something, it's still awareness. Whether you are aware of something or not, it's still awareness. But in your reality, whatever you give light to, whatever you become aware of and express and experience is your reality experience. Even if the totality of reality as an objective beingness is one unified, infinite knowing of itself, your experiencing is of that objective oneness, having a subjective experience that is you. See, you are the subjective experience itself. Your consciousness is already a subjective experience of the objective reality. It's just you, right? You are reality, but you are experiencing your subjective viewpoint of it. And you are playing all the roles. Everyone and everything is an expression of your awareness, literally. If you look at a TV screen or your cell phone screen or a movie screen, you understand that every character you're looking at is coming from the very same source, the projection, the light. The light's giving them length, breadth, depth, whatever, right? And the time that you are watching the unfolding of the movie or whatever you are watching is not actually time, it's frames so you can experience the experience. It exists as a singular totality already, but the only way you can experience it is linearly because you have to make sense of it from a 3D point of view. But it doesn't mean it does not exist. It means it exists, but you have to unfold it from your own awareness. But not you physically, your higher self, that is you. And reality simply is. It cannot be fixed. It cannot be changed externally. It can't be changed at all, right? Desire is just the becoming of aware of a version of you basically becoming aware of a version of yourself, of a potential arrangement of reality within yourself. You aren't becoming aware of something outside of you. There's nothing over there, over the hill that you have to climb up and then get to it. No. You are the hill. You are your physical self. You are every physical self of whatever variation you can contemplate of yourself and everything else, including your desired one. It's all just you. And if you look at this picture, right, this is a little diagram I have here to explain this. You see, your higher self is basically just observing not just your viewpoint. It's observing everything in and as reality at the same time. It's cosmic infinite intelligence. It's being everything and observing it. Your focused viewpoint is whatever you are focused on being. So while we all have the same one higher self, it's completely with you right now and right here, right? It's you. It's you and your higher self, but it's everyone's have the same higher self. You're all one, right? But from your point of view, your higher self is basically absolutely and utterly focused on whatever you are focused on being. It's like we all connected to the same internet, but no one's experience on any web page, no matter how many web pages we are all on at the same time, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, no one's interfering with anyone. but it's all one unified experience. We're only adding to it, we're rearranging, we're editing, we're not deleting from reality, even if we delete from the server itself, right? Now, all of those frames, those are all variation and varying versions of yourself. Not your physical self, right? It's varying variations of your I am awareness, being that physical self. Whether you're just talking, whether you feel strong, whether you feel sad, whether you are with somebody else and you're both confused about something or other, right? It's your higher self being everything. So it's you. It's also being everything in the frame. It's being all the thoughts that you have in the frame, right? It's being the chair that's in the frame. It's being the objects in the frame. It's being the other person in the frame. See, that other person in that snapshot of experiencing is another point of consciousness that veers off into infinity as well. But they don't matter. In your specific viewpoint of reality, the only thing that you are reflecting of this other person is a version of them that reflects you in the moment, whatever moment you are being. And they'll always reflect you in the moment because there's infinite versions of them, either knowing you or not. They don't matter. It'll always rearrange itself for whatever you are being. It's omnipresent, omniscient, divine, whatever, right? Oneness of everything, but your specific viewpoint is who and what you are being, and your higher self has an infinite number of frames that it has ready and waiting to unfold from within your own awareness for your experiencing. You only need you only need me, you only need your own I am awareness to know that I am who I imagine myself to be. Now, why does confusion and pain exist then? With the identification with any one moment of reality, with your 3D body limits, that perspective. That's where we get this confusing and painful experiences from most of the time. Sometimes you just kick the door, right? And you're screaming your head off for a few minutes and then you're over it. And you can't remember, right? The body is how infinite intelligence experiences itself from your viewpoint. You understand this. You couldn't experience your life without you actually being in your life. Your higher self couldn't experience your life without it being one with you and you experiencing your life. So why would your higher self hold anything back from you? And there is this idea that, oh no, your higher self knows better, it wants to unfold something grander for you. That's all just excuses. That's excuses for saying, I can't be, do, and have what I want. It's making something grand. If everything is God, nothing is grander than anything else. You're just experiencing it now in another way that's less grand than what you were previously experiencing it as. Think about that, right? Everything is God. So the manner in which you experience anything is not determined by God, but it's determined by you as God. So it's you. It's only ever been you. Now, stories are our experiences, how we experience reality, right? We're telling a new story about ourselves, our beingness and who and what we say we are. So every experience, even the painful ones, is just reality knowing itself in a new form. And the reason I even have that drawing there, reality is perfectly happy no matter what's going on, is because it knows no matter what's going on, it's still reality. That nothing is going on outside of it being itself. That's why when you get questions like, oh, why would reality or God allow this? God's not allowing or disallowing anything. We're the ones that come up with stories about the line in the sand, believing that there shouldn't be something after the line. But if the only way you can draw a line in the sand of what's good and what's bad and what's this and what's that is if something else existed after it. Otherwise, you couldn't have a boundary in the first place. A boundary stops something from going past a certain point. It doesn't stop that certain point and things after existing, but God just exists, right? And you are actually new in every single moment. So past, present, and future are fluid expressions of awareness. Each moment is new, and it's a new version of yourself. You see, you've done this so many times, right? I find it really funny myself, where you're sitting and you think about the next couple hours of what you're going to do, and you have those thoughts. You have a fundamental belief, no, I'm going to be doing that in the next few minutes or next hour or something. And then something happens that you could not possibly have been physically aware of or physically know. Something just happened, like phone call happens, plans cancel, you have to go get something quickly, something like that. Your higher self is unfolding it for your experiencing of it. But notice how you fundamentally believed what you were thinking when you thought it. Because it's just your physical self believing what it is being in that moment. That future you never get to. That is why when you imagine your desired end in the future coming to you, you never get to it. Why? Because there's no future you get to. You can't think of your future. You think of and as reality. As reality, I am this right now. This is what's unfolding for me now in every single frame, in every single moment. This is who I am. And here, that same picture, right? You're sitting there miserable. You believe you have some past that you're coming from that you're miserable about. You think that the whatever future you're going toward is another miserable thing. But there's no past and there's no future. There's only another version of that same expression. Right? It's another version. It's literally a complete one. Just like how I'm copy pasting the picture over and over and over and over and over again, God is doing the same thing. It's there again and again and again and again and again, but it's a different expression of the same thing. The expression looks slightly different because it is brand new. It is a new version. It'll never be the same exact thing. It'll be the same exact story as a different framed thing, but it's still the same thing, right? So when you recognize, hey, I am actually awareness. Regardless of whatever's going on, I am that I am awareness. Me and my higher self are one. Me and reality are one. That's who I am. I don't have to identify with any moment I find myself sitting on a chair and crying, right? Or fussing or fighting or kicking and screaming or complaining or whining or whatever it is, right? Or doubting, fearing or anything like that. I don't have to do any of that. Then as that awareness, I imagine how I would like myself to be. Thrill, joy, happy, fun, laughing. That's who I am now. Then it becomes irrelevant what you think you were experiencing in the past that doesn't exist. It becomes irrelevant where you think you are going in the next moment. The only thing that is relevant to you right now is who you know yourself as right now. But that's the only thing that is actually relevant. The other stuff seems so relevant because you felt so much. You must have some justification for it. There isn't. It just exists. While there's no justification for you experiencing something miserable, there's no justification or condition or circumstance or requirement for you experiencing something blissful either. It works both ways. That's the point. You don't have to get, I have the word in my head, recompense. Yes. You don't have to get recompense from painful experiences, just like you don't have to earn blissful ones. That's the whole idea. That's why you can keep experiencing something over and over again, because there's literally no justification for it, and there's no recompense for it, and there's no requirement for what you do want. And imagination is reality. What you imagine is what you are being in that moment. Like very literally. You are being that right now. As in, you are awareness being this right now. I don't just mean while you are imagining it. Your imagining is to become aware of what you are being right now. Like as in right now, as in the only moment that exists, as in moving your consciousness away from the 3D tick, 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 tock, 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 that thing, and recognizing that as awareness, I am being this entire stream of my dream life right now. I am being aware of it right now. I'm not creating it right now. I'm just being aware of it right now. Whether I'm aware of it or not, it exists right now. It's my choice. I am already this experience right now, and I'm being aware of it. That's the difference. That's who I am, right? So when you are imagining it, you are being it in that moment. You are lighting it up in that moment. While it exists as potential, when you're imagining it, you are expressing that potential as your choice. And the 3D world has no choice but to now reflect what and who you say you are in your own imagination as awareness. So you can drop the identification with the story that you were previously telling, the painful, doubtful, struggle, temporary snapshot. It's not the true self. It never was. Even the one where you are laughing and happy and thrilled, that isn't your true self either. Your true self is an infinite, all power, intelligent knowing that created everything that we are knowing. Knowing created everything that we are knowing in order to know what it is. Knowing. So the only relationship that actually matters is the one with yourself. Who you are as the creator, God, shapes all your experience. When you recognize I am God, you only experience yourself as I am God in every experience that you experience, because you couldn't experience another way. Even if that means just going along with a conversation with somebody who has no interest in any of this, but you go along with it in the knowing that, hey, it doesn't really matter. I know that I'm God. This is just another experience I put here for my experiencing of it. And everything aligns automatically because it's always aligned automatically. Like, you weren't being pained by something that wasn't a painful experience for you. Both those things lined up because, like I said, reality has no qualms in what you experience. It lines everything up perfectly because it's already aligned perfectly in that way. So once you embody your desired state, life reflects it. It has to. There's nothing else happening but reflection. There's nothing else happening but reflection. Like when you watch a movie, there's no alternate thing happening. It's just that. So doubts, projections, and appearances, they literally have no power. The actors on the screen, while the movie's already shot, couldn't change the movie no matter how much they kick and scream in that scene. The movie's going to its aforementioned end. That is not to say that you have an aforementioned end. You chose your end and you went there. That's who you are now. So make your life about you. Accept and rest in the state of love, joy, and bliss, because that is actually who you are, right? Surrender everything to your higher self. Do nothing about whatever happens. If something isn't what you desire or prefer, why would you want to do something with it anyway? We have this tendency just to be this thing I don't like, I need to morph it into something else. Well, where did it come from? You didn't morph it into that. You wouldn't have, right? So it just came from your own awareness because of your lack of awareness of who you are. But now you recognize who you are and you recognize where it comes from, and that's the only purpose it really served, was to show you who you are by recognition of, hey, I don't like this. And the reason I don't like this is because I made a decision as to who I am. So if I made a decision as to who I am, this doesn't matter. Leave it alone. It does nothing. And you wonder, how can it become something else? That's not up to you. Don't worry about it. There's infinite frames. There's infinite frames from any point to any other. If there's infinite frames, it must already be filled in somehow. So why bother, right? You can't figure it out anyway. And here's the thing. When you, as that I am awareness, that yellow point of view that I have there, when you move your own focusing, and remember, it's all happening within you, not next to it or adjacent or some other timeline thing, right? It's happening within yourself. When you move consciously to where you desire to be, bliss, recognize in your own awareness is also the 3D expression of reality, hyper-focused within you. And it starts to unfold the frames that are relevant into what you have imagined yourself to be. You don't know what the end frame or the middle frames are. You only know what the now frame is. You only know that this now frame right now is you knowing yourself, having made a decision as to who you are. And that's the only thing that matters. So you are awareness, right? You are everything that is reality. The 3D doubts are temporary points of focus. They don't do anything. They don't affect your true self. They can never, they have never, they will never. So decide who you are, go to your desired and stay there without time, condition, and requirement. You are already what you desire to be. Align with that state of being. Focus on it, be it, right? Express it. Love it, joy it, bliss, drop it. Not with the external events or projections, right? I am already who I choose to be. I am just choosing to now be it. Because you have always been it, you are just making a choice as to now who you want to experience yourself as. That's about it. And I am your host, Reese. This is Reality with Reese. Thank you all for being here truly. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for hitting that notification bell. If you do have any questions, thoughts, please drop them in the comment section below or email me. I would love to hear from you, truly. So that's all for me, and I'll see you on the next one. Love and light. Bye.